Hi, my name is Dave. I'm the owner of Deep Red just down the street, which is a small wine shop and bottle shop that is inspired by horror film. I'm here with Now Brewing and really excited to be talking about my first movie, which is Hellraiser 2. Hellraiser 2 is brutal. So fun. It's everything that a sequel should be. All the effects are practical. It's like just a joy to watch and probably my favorite of the series. One thing that I think is really kind of cool about Hellraiser 2 is that it inspired a lot of music, as did the whole franchise. When you look at Hellraiser 2 specifically, you have samples and specific phrases that were lifted from it for Nine Inch Nails' Broken album. You have a sample from Ministry's Just One Fix in there. And if you go back to the original Hellraiser and the original book that Clive Barker wrote that it's based off of, you get more samples from Pray Hate Machine. You have Aphex Twin, and then later on Come to Daddy, which was covered by Dillinger Escape Plan and Mike Patton. So beyond that, this movie is really fun. You get to see the origin of Pinhead. You get to kind of take this journey about the loss of self in the service of something greater that you thought that you wanted to pursue, but maybe it became all-consuming and you forgot who you really are. It's a really, really interesting story and peppered in with like absolute extreme brutality and some amazing practical gore effects like I was talking before. All right, the second movie that I'm discussing is RoboCop, which seems like it could be maybe not a horror movie, but there's all different types of horror. And for me, this is a movie that is kind of socially and politically horror-oriented. Paul Verhoeven, who I love, has a tendency to incorporate the themes of authoritarianism and fascism into pretty much every movie that I can think that he has made. Watching this is no different. Essentially, there's a small group that is in control of everything. And if you're in that group, then you're fine. But if you're not in that group, you're totally screwed. Like most cop movies, there is a thing where you wind up rooting for this character who's cleaning up the streets and doing good for people. But in the end, when you really examine what's happening, like most films about police work, it's kind of an exploration of Republican and conservative values. So you find ultimately that there's a conflict in you as you're watching this movie. There's tons of Christ imagery throughout the entire movie, resurrection themes and everything like that. But again, just like in Hellraiser 2, there's also something where somebody believed in something very, very deeply, and then eventually it overtook them to the point where they didn't have any control over what they were doing, and they were in service of what it was that they were originally kind of looking for or trying to uphold. RoboCop seems like it could be really facile and like not something that would have as much depth to it, but it really does. I'd highly encourage you to watch it. Over at Deep Red, we have a movie club that meets once a month. It's all horror films, similar to a book club, only a lot less commitment. You watch the movie at home, you show up ready to talk about it. It's always on Wednesdays. It's always at 7 p.m. You can check our website for details on that. Also, we have a lemonade walk coming up that is neighborhood-wide in the Logandale neighborhood on July 25th, starting at 11 a.m. and ending at about 3, but some businesses like ours will be going a little bit later. So come out, stroll the neighborhood, enjoy some lemonade and other offerings from businesses, and shop local.